Okay, I just want to really explain this video before you see it, because it's one mind-blowing wonder of the ancient times. So you are going to see what we call Hezekiah's tunnels, but it's not only about Hezekiah's tunnels. There's another tunnel system that existed before that. So thousands of years ago, on this hill, which I'm going to draw here. So this hill looks a bit like this, goes like this. And it flattens off on top and carries on. So this is the hill. And below this hill is the Kidron Valley. Kidron Valley. So thousands of years ago, this hill was occupied by the Canaanites. And these people built something which is amazing inside this hill. So below the Kidron Valley, there is a spring called the Gihon Spring. Gihon Spring. So yeah, thousands of years ago, it used to flow out from the mountain outwards, and people used to use it for their crops, watering their crops, irrigation and stuff. And that's how this hill became so important, because where there is water, there is life. So water draws people, and in the Middle East, water is life, like everywhere else. So to this day, the Gihon Spring is the life of Jerusalem. All the water used in Jerusalem is literally drawn from the Gihon Spring. So thousands of years ago, the Canaanites who used to live on this mountain here dug into the mountain. They dug a tunnel into the mountain. It goes like that. And it goes all the way up. They dug a tunnel into this mountain. Not only that, but they used to build caves inside the mountain itself. They used to live inside that mountain as well. It's quite amazing. So they would come from the top of the mountain. They used to live here, the Canaanites first. Canaanites. And they would come and draw water from the Gihon Spring outwards. So later on, the Jebusites come and occupy this hill. Jebusites come and occupy that hill. Now, at that time, when David became the king, when David was crowned the king of Israel, the second king of Israel, his number one mission was to come and take over this hill, which is now Jerusalem, so that he could establish himself there. So it was by then controlled by the Jebusites. So David comes from this side to come and fight the Jebusites to take over this hill. But he could not, because it's fortified by a natural barrier, which is the Kidron Valley, and it's a hill in itself. So he could not, there was no way he could take over the Jebusites. But somehow he got to know of the tunnels that go through the mountains. So the Jebusites told David, there's no way you can enter into the city. Even the lame and the crippled can literally push you off. But David and his men, they climbed through these tunnels, and they went all the way up through the tunnels, and they surprised the Jebusites when they came up through the tunnels, and they took over the hill. And David named it the City of David. City of David. Mountain Zion. And that's what it's called to this day. It's called the City of David. And David built himself a palace on this hill, a beautiful palace, which extends all the way down to the bottom of Mountain Moriah. So today we went into these tunnels. So we came from the top and you climb down literally, I think about four floors of a building to get to the bottom of these tunnels. You come down through those tunnels, and then where you come down at the end of this tunnel is where you find the pool of Siloam. The pool of Siloam is mentioned in the New Testament when Jesus healed a man who was blind, and he put mud in his eyes and he told him, go and wash into the pool of Siloam. Now, apart from that, the pool of Siloam was used in the temple period for people to cleanse themselves before they went into the temple. So they would cleanse into the pool of Siloam, and then they would climb up through an underground passage up the stairs all the way up to the Temple Mount after cleansing. And you're going to see that in the next video, which is coming up after this. So this amazing technology blows your mind. How did they even manage to dig through the mountains just using pickaxes? They just used pickaxes to dig a tunnel inside the mountain. Absolutely wonder of the world. So God bless you, and see you in the next video. Yeah, so we are going down. We are now in the city of David. And what we see here now is what used to be the palace, part of the palace complex. What you see around you is what used to be part of the palace complex. So we are going to go down into Hezekiah tunnels to see the shaft where David literally climbed through with his men when they were taking over the city. China Serengeta?
Sorry?
No, I'm telling her she can go and I'll meet her at the bottom.
No.
On the outside bit.
No, you're coming. What do you mean? Okay, follow the yellow one.
Yeah.
The dry part.
Yeah.
The blue one is the water part.
Yeah. Yes, so we are following the yellow bit. So, these are different memories of people who. So this is where the fun begins now. Not yet though. Runo lugendo luwanvu. Aha. Want to know quick what? Otambule nange. So this is the beginning of the shaft. We're going to go down all the way down. Go at the front, I'll follow you. If you tumble down, just keep rolling. Do you see actually how they used pickaxe to cut into this tunnel? So you can see on the walls they literally used pickaxes to dig these tunnels. They used pickaxes. Yeah, so David and his men, they came up through these tunnels to come and take over Jerusalem. And we are right inside their tunnels. We are walking in history. Right down inside the mountain is where we are. This tunnel goes deep inside the mountain.
Oh, there's the water.
Yeah, I think it's just leaking, but you're going to see proper water where we're going. Yeah, so you do this once in a lifetime. And as I said to you, if you wait until old age, there's an age you'll come to when you can't do these things. When you can't go down the stairs, there is no way you can come and see such things. So please, people of God, now look at all these caves. At one time, people used to live in these caves. And look at this shaft. Look at this shaft, one of the other shafts, which goes all the way down. So these people climbed through the shafts. Balinnyanga okuva eri wansi ne bajja ne balinnya okujja okutwala ekibuga kino. Have you seen this shaft here before? Yeah, it goes all the way down.
Yeah, go there.
No, we're still going. There's no way coming back. We're going to come back at the other end. Look at the size of this wall. We are now feet underneath. Agosige amazzi tukatuuseeko. Kuli amazzi. No, not yet. Not yet. We're still going. This Canaanite pool. So this one says, so, and caused Solomon my son to ride upon man and mule to bring him down to Gihon, and let Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet anoint him there king of Israel. This pool was carved into the rock 3,800 years ago. Can you imagine? We are standing in 3,800 years of history, and was fed by waters from the nearby Gihon spring. It served as Jerusalem's wartime source of water in the early days, and used to be used in times of siege. Some speculate that King Solomon was crowned king of Israel in this very spot. Wow. We are walking in 3,800 years of history. See how deep this thing. Wano bali mukola mufinza.
Okay, so just as we have seen when we have traveled, every single leaf is almost touched. That means that every...
Yeah, this is where now we have to make a choice, either wading into the water itself or going to the dry tunnel. So, Hezekiah'S tunnel wet route, Canaanite tunnel dry route. Should we go in the water? We'll dry up. Now this is narrow.
This is probably how King
This is
David
becoming very narrow.
Joab sneaked into the city. He got into here and he worked his way back
This
up.
and that is narrow. Hey,
That's how they conquered
cut
the
this and that is narrow. Should I water?
I kind of want to like.
There we go. So just a caution, if you need to come into these tunnels, you need to lose a bit of weight. Seriously. You can't fit in here if your weight is a bit. So you can see. Lord Jesus.
Dad, didn't we have like helmet lights when we were about to do that? I don't recall. I need to see. Wait, I thought of what I meant on that.
Okay.
No, this walk is also pretty bad.
How can human beings dig underneath the mountains like this? We are literally underneath the mountain. Like moles. Oh man. Here. Ojao.
Of course.
Katima kinakusinya zikafaa. Hey, sweat. This is wet.
I thought they said this is the dry box. You know,
What?
go look at the wood.
Well, you can't fit there. Gracious me.
Because it's wet, that's why.
Turagamba okusala waiting a moment.
Oh, please.
Okay, this keeps going. And going. Ah, my shoes. Careful your shoes.
Ah, there's the black ones, the white ones. Not in trouble.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me. Right, looks like we're coming to the end of this experience. Oh. Right, yeah, this is it. This is it. Is this open? Oh, it's not open. Okay. I want to have a rucksack. Oh, we are out. We are out into the sun. Now, guess where we come out? Where I have come out is where the pool of Siloam is. The pool of Siloam is where we have come out. Remember that passage in the Bible when Jesus healed the blind man and he told him, go and wash in the pool of Siloam. So we've come out at the bottom of the mountain where the pool is, and we'll be seeing it in a minute. Oh, thank God. Oh. You know, it's good. They're putting toilets everywhere. So, as you can see,
And below the green is the Gardens of Gethsemane.
so we've come out at the bottom of the mountain, literally. We've come out at the bottom of the mountain.
Little windows you see in the side of the rock and the above, these are just crypts that are on the side. No, most people just bury right in the ground. Yeah. But they find them all over. 900 of these tombs are found around the old city. You can't bury bodies in the old city. They can be buried around the old city. Yeah, there's roads that come. I'll show you.
Kila Shiloah, which is now called Siloam. So yeah, this village of Siloam, which is on the slopes of the mountain, is called the village of Siloam, and it's predominantly Muslim and Arab. Predominantly Muslim and Arab, and it's when we've been down there on a bus, but Lord Jesus, the poverty down there is amazing, is totally unbelievable. So this plaque speaks about that.
Excuse me.
Okay, so this is what yes, so these steps you see are the steps that led down to the pool of Siloam. So literally the water was down this side where you see. This was where the water was. So it was a large pool, and as you can see, this excavation is still going on. They're still doing excavations. But this is the pool of Siloam. Remember that I think it's John 9:7 when Christ healed the blind man and he told him, go and wash in the pool of Siloam. So this is where the man came to wash. Now, apart from that, people used to wash here before going to the temple. So after washing here, they would go through an underground tunnel and climb all the way up to the temple where we have been. So they would come to the pool of Siloam and cleanse, and after cleansing, they would climb up to the temple. Today is very busy. It's tourists everywhere. So actually I reckon up there is the entrance to that new tunnel which they found out where people used to go. So you can see the water as it came down from the Gihon spring into the pool. So this route has just been found. So people would literally come from the pool. Yeah. So I'll take the video from here. So people would come from the pool and then they would ascend. This is this routeway has just been found recently. So it ascends all the way to the Temple Mount. So people would come from the pool and they would ascend all the way to the Temple Mount after purifying. Now they have tried to literally to reconstruct what these used to be shops. So they've tried to reconstruct how things used to look by then. So people would be buying things on their way to the temple. And the stones that you see on the ground, these are the very original stones. They have just been found. This route has just been found recently. So these are the very original stones from the temple period where people used to walk. So this is absolutely amazing. So they have reconstructed a shop here from the temple period. You can see selling all different stuff for people to buy as they would ascend to the temple. So this pathway connects to where we have been. If you remember where you saw those big rocks that fell onto the ground. So this pathway goes all the way and connects on that same street where we saw the boulders on the floor, the boulders which fell down from the temple. So this is when you go up all the way, it will lead you right to that place. Yakati abantu batambula okuva eri wali wagamba oluguudo nga luva eri luyitana ne luti paka eri wansi Pool of Shalom. Gye baavanga okunaaba ne baloka mu mbuga eno. Naye sooka olabe esayizi y'amayinja ge bagusa egundi eno. Wali siraba amayinja. Ya kati kano otyo. N'ejjinja ly'olaba lyali ku nsonda waliwo ku nsonda ya temple ya yebakola exactly. These used to be shops. These ones used to be shops where people used to sell stuff to the people coming to worship in the temple. Now you see this tunnel. This tunnel egenda wansi abantu tebayitanga paka eri wansi ku Pool of Siloam. In the same tunnel wano wansi abantu tebafiira bekweka wansi mu tunnel daga tebaba watakira naye ne basanga ne babatirayo. So look at these massive stones.